Hello everyone and welcome to the Overwatch Bot League World Finals Day 8. And today we are doing what is the second to last match of the lower bracket. Take a look at that here. We can see that last time we had Null Sector versus Disconnected, or Disconnected like Blue got their revenge from the opening match and moving on. And now we have Disconnected versus Blue, which should be quite interesting. Blue is generally considered one of the best teams in the league and have just dominated in the lower bracket so far. Whereas Disconnected, they've been doing pretty good. I think they were decent against Kraken. That was a bit closer. But they did do good against Null Sector. So we'll see how they do tonight as we hop into our first map here, which is King's Row, chosen by Blue. And I think we can guess why.
Because it's the best map.
Yes, and because Reinhardt.
Gotta be lore accurate.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. See if we can. I don't know. I really don't know who's going to be winning this one. I think it could go either way.
There's obviously the fan favorite, Hope, where it goes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Everyone wants Blue to win. So far, we've seen that all the fans want Blue to win. But yeah. Someone says, got my money on Blue, go Blue. Yeah, I think everyone's wanting Blue to win this. Don Pablo with D10, with their Shatter RD combo has already become a staple play, as we saw Disconnected imitate it in their match against Null Sector.
Playing up against Narissa.
Yeah,
Quite,
not favorable.
Usual Narissa.
We saw Orisa do so well in Team Iris versus Null Sector. A bit of a missed pin there for Dawn.
The 360 shield miss blocking the jab. There's our first pin pick on Calamity. Creek takes Wi-Fi and Healbot here. No support for Dawn. He's going straight at it regardless. He goes down. D10 or D12 doing what they do best.
Yeah, very aggressive fight there. Disconnected, pushing really aggressively with the Orisa, and despite an early pick from Dawn, it looks like Disconnected's gonna cap. Going for the hold on point, not spawn door, very interesting. Yeah, I think with the Reinhardt, they could have played a bit farther up with the shield. Gave up a lot of early space. But they are going to be able to get in a team fight here right out the gate. Big ante. Dawn shielding his team as they move forward to try and get some picks. D12 gets Calamity, but Healbot goes down.
D10 is holding out here, just sticking right up with Pablo.
Yeah, and they're able to create a lot of space.
Creep way back, hitting the Mega.
Nice pin there from Dawn. And D10 picking up two more. Nice stagger here. Creek hasn't actually died yet. Just sort of...
Quite impressive.
Yeah. Now he's pinned very far out of position. I don't think this fight's going to go his way. D10 finishes it off there.
Oh, another pin. Taking Calamity again.
Yeah. Great fight from Blue so far. I mean, they did lose the initial point, but they're holding at spawn right now. Disconnected, struggling to get a foothold here, even with two ults.
Yeah, they got point, but at the cost of not actually being able to do anything with the objective.
Right. And now it looks like they're going for high ground, but Nocturnal pinned. Dawn is hitting all the pins right now.
As he does. Chaotic seems to have misplaced their repulsor there.
Not really sure what the tactical advantage of using that there was, but here's... Oh, a Shatter onto Creek, but it doesn't hit.
Terra Surge right into a Blizzard. Of course, because it's Orisa, completely cancels everything regardless.
Yeah.
Creek has had their armor broken a bit here, though. Calamity is low, going for the pin again. Don Pablo is getting cornered here, though. Super low. There we go.
And finally, Disconnected wins a fight after a very nice little, what was that, minute and a half hold. Almost all the ults were used, just a beat on the board right now. And poor T12 is trying to stall Creek, or Nocturnal actually. But I don't think they're going to be able to do too much here in a 1v5. Didn't have the ice block ready, unfortunately. Disconnected going to be moving through the streets. And this is going to have to be a 1v4 for Blue unless they fall back. Looks like they're just going to try and poke a bit while they wait for D12 to come back. Conjurer goes down to a pin. Blue able to be a lot more aggressive now. The pin stopped by Creek's Fortifying. Dawn is extremely low there. Creek doing a great job of holding space while the DPS is able to come back. And it looked like it was going to be a fight win for Blue, but kind of turned it around there.
I'm not liking this so far.
Yeah, this is... I mean, it's not a complete roll for sure, but Disconnected definitely seems to have the upper hand with the Orisa. I think that's making a huge difference right now. But yeah, what's the... I think they're going to get checkpoint here. I don't think... Unless Dawn... Oh, nice Javelin. Kept Dawn off point, but here's the Terra Surge. This could be big. Held it a bit too long, I think. Wasn't able to get anybody, but a lot of damage to follow up on. Dawn very low. One shot. There we go. D12 or D10 going down. D12 trying to stall, but isn't able to. And that's checkpoint with 3 minutes to get to the end. Haven't seen any comp changes quite yet.
Yeah, I think... I mean, it's really not an Orisa versus Rein. It's like a Rein versus everything other than Orisa.
Yeah.
And letting someone else deal with it.
Yeah. Nano boost onto D12, but unfortunately, two people already down on their team. D12 just trying to stall a bit of time. Dawn does charge off the map. And
very sad.
D12 follows soon. And Disconnected, 2 minutes to go. Pushing towards the end here.
Gotta see something turn around.
They got 4 ults, but there's 3 ready for Disconnected, so they gotta really play these well here. There's a big shatter.
There's the shatter.
Dawn.
Only hits
And
chaotic.
there's the Artie.
Oh, there's a good Blizzard though.
There we go. The Blizzard ends up doing
Going
more
up
than
with
the
a smack
Artie does.
And a charge.
And it's just Creek and Calamity left.
Ooh, Creek is stuck here.
Wall
Pablo
blocks
staring
him
him down. Goes for the
Pablo
pin
goes off the
immediately.
map.
Honorable. Calamity backs off.
Yeah, Calamity's just sort of trying to keep Blue from pushing up too far while the rest of his team comes back. D12 able to use a wall to create a barrier there. But this is going to be a really tough fight. You only have a beat, and Dawn's not back yet. And here he comes.
We gotta believe.
Gets Nocturnal out.
Ooh,
Creek
we do
forced
see
into
Creek
that little
way out of
room there.
position
Yeah,
here, though.
doesn't have any
There
healers
he
to come help
goes.
him. And it's just the
Hunter
healers.
attempted to come back. And Calamity
There's a big
again.
And yeah, 60 seconds to... You can see Dawn's pushing up here. They gotta hold.
I think Nocturnal could get a back cap here. Yeah, Pablo decides to pull back a bit.
Yeah, Nocturnal just playing the flanks, looking to get into position for a Death Blossom, maybe even with the Terror Surge just to confirm his fight win.
The issue is you are up against a whole lot of ults currently.
And
No,
Dawn charges
Pablo!
off the map. Healbot does get Creek though, so that's both tanks down. It's just a DPS and support fight. But it could go in the favor.
Nano D10 here. He just popped his turret mode though, so he is way down in potential DPS. but it is down to Nocturnal now. He has to back off, even with the Kitsune Rush. Oh, there's Calamity.
Calamity pops
not-
a window. That's certainly a window. Dawn coming back, but he immediately falls off. He does get Nocturnal
Leave it
go
to
off with him.
Bubble.
D12 trying to stall here.
And
does
here
get the
comes
blizzard.
Creek.
This could be a big blizzard, but not gonna be able to pop it.
Come on, Calamity!
Calamity trying to do some damage here. It's 0.64 meters. It's just Creek.
Creek
And
alone
he's
against
forced
all
off.
support. You got D10.
There's too much damage, and
So close.
Less than a meter.
Insanely close.
yeah, less than a meter away. Blue is able to hold, despite some struggles from Dawn staying on the map there. But that was a good hold at the end. That was definitely a bit tricky, especially, they had Death Blossom and Terra Surge, but they weren't really able to get
Yeah.
the full value out of it because they got so staggered at the end. They were just sort of trickling in, getting a kill, and then being sent back to spawn. And because Blue had a spawn advantage, I think they were just going to win that fight regardless.
Yeah. Even if Reinhardt is just throwing himself off the map for a single pick,
Yeah.
that's better than Orisa doing it and having to walk all the way over.
Yeah. Someone says this hack might be rough for Blue because Dawn keeps going off the map. Yeah, he's definitely going to have to rein it in a bit. Or rein it in a bit, even.
Exactly. He'd have loved that one.
Got strats no one's ever thought of. I mean, Dawn did, he fell off the map, but he took Nocturnal with him, so they didn't have to worry about a Death Blossom there, so definitely a smart pick, even if it
You
means
were down to
sacrificing
the
himself.
last seconds. You took out potentially a game-ending ult. Worth it.
And two, even like D12 there, he had his signature stall, which definitely helped, I think.
Yeah. Even just walling to get Freak stuck, even not necessarily getting off the point, that was very beneficial. As
Yeah.
that granted Pablo the chance to throw him off with him.
Here we see Dawn taking a bit of an off angle, trying to get a fire strike in.
Going
The
with
Immortality
big fire
Field comes out.
strikes though.
Oh, Nocturnal just barely Wraith forms out of that, but Conjurer still goes down to
Conjure is
Killbot.
down. Wi-Fi is down. D10 is getting pretty low there, and he follows. Pablo is on point, and Creek isn't.
Oh.
Goes for a charge just to cover the distance. Creek again, way out of position, falling back even more now. Nocturnal is on point alone with D12. Pablo is playing it dirty. He is low though. Creek on his rear. There he goes.
Yeah, Dawn was just a bit too low there. Didn't have the support. Now they're going to be really heavily staggered. Big ult charge for the tanks. Yeah, both tanks already more than halfway to their ults. And Terra Surge and Shadow are both huge playmakers. But unfortunately, Blue did lose the first attack.
You gotta believe.
It was pretty close, though. Definitely, and especially there's big
And here we see
anti.
Creek anti to see if they can get in some more work there.
Oh,
the
Dawn just takes
stupid,
way too much damage.
Creek could go down here as well, though. D10 couldn't get any picks. D12 is just trying to block off line of sight.
But it doesn't work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This is
Healbot
not looking
forced
good
to
so
back
far.
off.
And
Healbot
Healbot is
should have
killed
fallen
once
back there.
again. Yeah.
Very interesting first game. I'd like to think Blue is kind of probing
Yeah.
just to see how Disconnect is going to play.
Yeah, this first match is mostly just a learning experience. These teams haven't played each other yet. They've only seen the VODs. So definitely a learning experience, especially against Narissa. But there's the Suzu saves it.
Beautiful Suzu!
Insane Suzu there. Perfectly covered the entire team. And now, yeah, that's probably going to be another fight loss.
Oh, and there's
There's
a
the
Terror
Death
Surge as
Blossom.
well.
Terror Surge doesn't get anybody. It's already too
Only
late.
able to get 2 picks. DPS are the only people in the fight, and they have to back off.
That has to be one of the greatest Suzus ever. Got everyone on
Ryan
the team.
didn't even
at
get
the
a finish
perfect moment.
yelling hammer down,
Yeah.
and that Suzu was
Oh man, but they don't have the old advantage anymore. Blue does have the Blizzard and Artie, which are huge. If you can time them
actually
right.
if combined. Yeah.
So if Blue just plays their ult, they only need to win one team fight. Dawn gets the javelin out of the way. There's the
Where's
Blizzard
that
and
Blizzard?
Artie.
Oh, terrible Blizzard. The Artie,
Blizzard.
however, pushing them off point. Healbot D10, D12, going for just straight lance right through that split. Creek is low and antied. He's down. Conjurer follows. It's just Nocturnal as always. Pablo goes for the charge on the corpse, just in case that dead guy doesn't stay dead.
Yeah, that was huge there. Perfectly
Last 30
executed.
seconds.
Yeah, Blue
Now
needed
they
that fight.
cannot get staggered out.
Yeah, they only have 3 minutes, so much less of a time bank for them. But hopefully they can sort of bring it back. I think if they just get through this little street section quickly, they should be okay. And here we see Disconnected going through the same place that Blue did earlier. Here's the Kitsune rush. But Creek and Calamity are already forced back.
Creek is way lower though. Naturally hit with the charge. Calamity follows.
Huge neutral fight win for Blue. They definitely needed that. Didn't have to, they charged up 2 ultimates in that time. Very cleanly executed. Got Creek and Calamity separated very quickly. And waiting to charge until the Fortify was over was great.
Healbot switch to Brigitte definitely helps. Staying nice and close to Dawn. Putting out extra bits of damage with his hammer.
Yeah.
And
And
they're
here
going
they
to
come.
possibly round that corner before Creek is able to... Oh, there's a contest right on the corner. Creek
Creek
already
anti.
antied, armor almost out. We see Chaotic down to a charge.
Dawn's distracting the rest of the team. And it's just Creek here now. Sort of just stuck all by himself in the corner. And
Yeah.
that is
Conjurer couldn't save him this time.
quite possibly checkpoint.
Yeah, they're gonna have to sit back and wait for Creek now. So much for less of a time bank. They really pulled it off.
The payload has reached
Yeah.
the checkpoint.
And that's 4 ults ready for Blue to get through this last part here. As long as they get more time, then they can't lose. And if they get into overtime, then that'll be interesting. But there's the Shatter.
Ooh! Shatter, what can we follow it up with? We got a bit of extra damage. The Terra Surge was so painfully timed though.
Yeah,
I've felt that so many times as well.
and it looks like the rest of the team's
sits back,
staggered.
regains
Yeah,
some health passively.
and there's
Oh.
the damage window right at Pablo
He's
accepts
dead.
his fate. Really good time through second. Yeah, they just bulldozed through second. Winning 2 fights back to back with little resistance, but unfortunately on this third part they did get stopped pretty early by just a Terra Surge. And you had to trade out that Shatter, which is such a big ultimate. But Creek has slept here, gets the Suzu to
Oh,
keep him up.
there's Suzu down though. Excellent.
And here
D12
comes the Blizzard.
with Nano and Blizzard. Can Creek stay in it? No! Gets out with Harden. Pablo is up front now.
Oh, D12's
Come on,
wall blocks
D12.
Pablo.
Oh,
all too
Nocturnal
familiar,
pumps
and here's
Death Blossom
Death
here.
Blossom.
Shield is down, but it's perfectly countered. Pablo is trying to charge through Creek so bad. D10 low,
D10 comes
but
in
the glass
clutch there.
cannon he is pulls it off.
Oh, that was such a stressful fight. The Death Blossom looked like it was over. But they're coming back
Pablo's
now.
the goat.
Yeah,
And they have a minute to make this last little push, and they win.
they've got to play this fight carefully. They can't let it draw out too long, or else they won't get another one if they lose. But they have the
There's
rally.
Fire
Here's a
Strike,
Shatter.
no armor.
Oh, but the
There's a
Suzu
Shatter.
perfectly times it
Suzu.
yet again.
This ends now.
And here we see Overclock out. What can we pop? We need Rally right now.
Yeah, Rally doesn't come out. Looks like Chaotic getting quite a few kills here. Nice ice ball from D12 to block the Terra Surge, but it looks like it's too late. Dawn needs to reset here.
30 seconds. You're alone, trapped in a corner. But maybe he can hold out because he's the
No.
goat.
This is 20
goes
seconds.
for
They
the
gotta
fire
get on
strike.
point right now.
D10. This is where we
D10
see
is-
Rally. This is it. You have to pop it.
Whip
or
shot
it's
from
over.
Healbot gets Creek out. That's the huge play that they needed. A lot of damage coming out. They need to
Hopefully it's
touch.
enough time.
They go into overtime. They need to win this fight.
Come on, rally! We need rally!
No one's on point. No one's on point.
C9!
Oh,
Wi-Fi!
Wi-Fi just barely
Blue!
touches. And everyone's dead. It's only Creek.
No rally, no arty, just pure finesse.
And somehow, Blue is able to take, despite a wild stagger, they are somehow able to clutch it up last minute. That is insane.
That is why they are the best. Incredible.
That was such an opening map. I don't even know what to say about that. That is just... I mean, if you remember, longtime viewers will remember the first game of Blue versus Cheaters, Blue lost on King's Row at the end. So I think this is their way of showing that they are still the masters of King's Row. They are still one of the best teams in the league. I don't know any other team that could have pulled that
will
off.
be your shield.
Dawn... I don't know that. I don't think I've ever seen plays like that before. But yeah, while we're setting up the next match, let's bring our analyst Ha in to discuss what craziness just happened. Ha, what were your thoughts?
That was insane. You know, Blue's been through it. They lost to Cheaters on their first game in the tournament. And they brought it back. They defeated Cheaters, and now they defeated the map that they lost to Cheaters on. It's amazing. You love to see it. Ryan's amazing plays there, along with the Suzus from their Curie.
Precisely. The
Those
Suzus were
Suzus
immaculate.
They were insane. Just right on time each time. And in the perfect spot, too. Really helped
You've never
save
seen
this
Suzus
next-
like that in the league.
No, I think that's the first time we've ever seen a Suzu like that. And not just once, but twice. I'm
Even
interested
more,
to see
even.
if that continues.
Like, Blue may have their combined ults on point, but that doesn't matter if you have the greatest Suzus on the league with Disconnected.
Exactly, and the Terra Surges on top of that, just blocking out Ryan's shatters there.
Yeah,
It's
popping
insane.
it just to counter an ult. Try and pull out a
Right?
bit of extra damage.
Disconnected's really done their reading here. They're really prepared for Blue, but I think Blue, with the experience they have, I think they could pull this off. Just
It
like
was
they
close.
did.
Yeah, it was close.
Oh, you love to see it though. Such an exhilarating game we just saw.
Almost C9ing as well. Paul
Yeah.
Blue pulls up
Well-
right in time.
Yeah.
Had me on the edge of my seat there.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but that C9 scared
Oh,
me
yeah.
so much. There was like a split second where I thought they were just gonna lose, but Wi-Fi barely touched the end there, and that was wild.
Right? And Don coming in with the charge.
Yeah.
Which, again, charging as mobility. Have we
Yes.
seen that before? No. Incredible.
They're learning. They are learning.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Ha, for that analysis. We are now moving on to Disconnected's map pick.
Havana.
Which is Havana, yeah. Quite an interesting choice.
Watch them pop Sigma right off the bat.
So yeah, the bots like to play Sigma here, and we don't know why. It's not really a Sigma map, I feel like.
And they don't play Sigma well regardless.
Yeah, and
No way!
we're seeing a Sigma. Disconnected's coach is like, you know what? We're gonna run Sigma, we're gonna make it work on attack. Which is certainly a choice. Let's
It
hope
would
for
be
no Sigma.
insane if they won this with Sigma.
I mean, they played pretty well last game, so maybe they'll make it work. Oh no, it's over. It's definitely over. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they'll pull something out.
Blue always has got
I'll
this.
tell her you're thinking about picking it back up.
Yeah, Blue not changing their comp.
Overlay.
5, 4,
Oh yes, thank you for the reminder. I definitely was keeping up with that. I always keep up with the overlay.
Yeah, we've never failed on the overlay.
Not massively in the... Oh! Huge plays coming out.
Oh,
From
there
Blue.
goes Nocturnal.
And it's just Creek all alone trying to play Sigma. He is backing off, using the shield to protect him. But yeah, that was quite the fight. Immediately, the DPS just shredded Disconnected, and now they're a bit staggered
there
here.
goes Creek. They went straight for the pick after you survived last time. D10 and D12 doing what they do best.
There we go.
Easy
Blue
wipe.
holding very well here. Not really sure what Disconnected's plan is with the Sigma. But maybe they'll make it work.
And charge an ult just to get him off the point for half a second by throwing him in the air. There goes Calamity,
Dawn
as
picking
always.
up two.
Creek has his armor down.
Poor
there he
Chaotic
goes
just
to a
forced to
one-shot.
run away as Nocturnal is murdered.
Nocturnal tends to survive the longest, but he never gets value out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, not really.
Ooh, D10 taking the flank.
He gets
DPS
both
down.
the DPS. The bots seem to really love the Sigma Hanzo Sojourn comp. Yeah, I'm not really sure why they're picking that. That's just what
I'd
the
assume
coach
it's
says.
because professionally it's a good poke.
Yeah.
But here we see Winston come out as a result.
Pins him in spawn. Big
Classic
shatter.
move. Supports down. Artie! Classic.
Dawn is quite
V
low here
combo.
though. Able to
He'd
shield,
live.
keep himself alive.
Yeah. Naturally,
might be getting
balancing his
zeroed here.
shield out
I
with
think
normal health.
I think they're getting zeroed. Winston is a good pick to just get out of the doors, but Dawn
He
did
gets
not want that
pinned
to happen.
before he gets out the door.
Yeah, just shattered immediately. Yeah, probably just
Primal could be a very powerful pick here. Dragon
Yeah.
just for zoning as well.
Dawn gets the nano.
Nothing
Isn't
with
really
the
over
pin.
there to capitalize.
Oh,
but a
there's
big
Blizzard right on point. Nocturnal is gonna get off. There he goes. Doink, doink, doink. D12 leaves him alive in the Blizzard.
Just
Left
flexing
with
on him.
no health. Just has to back off there.
Oh, Chaotic does end up
At
getting
least
kill
he's
bots.
alive
That
for a bit here.
support-
Oh, Calamity ran right into Pablo there.
Freak all by himself now. Conjure gets D10. They're slowly whittling it down. Chaotic does
And there-
get overclock.
Ooh.
Gets out
Chaotic
of the
survives
pin.
the pin there. But still goes down.
And here's a
Pablo
Kitsune
switches
rush.
over to shield.
Just trying to do everything they can to get out of spawn.
Still gonna get shredded.
Finally.
And there's Dragon. But guess who's still alive?
D12 as
If she
usual.
can get over to... Oh.
Didn't even get close. What-
Instantly one tap there. Quick burst to the head.
Took everything they had, but they got out of spawn. They would just sort of whittle down blue. And now, gonna have to hopefully win this next team fight with just the primal. Not like blue has a whole lot, but they'll probably get enough to use a shatter.
Yeah, Shatter and Artie coming up right at the same time here as well.
Yeah.
Maybe see a Blizzard and a team fight or two. Depends how long it's drawn out.
Yeah. Here's
And
Dawn
all
with
they
the
really
pin.
have coming up is Primal.
Already got a
So if they
shatter.
can get out Creek fast.
They
Pablo
gotta
is
kill
low
Dawn
though.
before he has the shatter. But he's gonna get Creek anyways, or Healbot does rather.
Yeah,
And it's
doing
just
what they
chaotic.
do best to keep Pablo alive. Heal-botting him just to take out Creek. Chaotic point-blank whipped there.
Yeah, you saw he slid out just in time to use overtime, but the rest of his team was not alive. And very good hold from blue.
Score
And
0.
Disconnected barely got out of his spawn there, so yeah, great opening.
Here we go.
Good hold, yeah. Excellent hold. I don't know how they could have done it better.
I mean, they could have not died that single
Yeah, the
team
one
fight.
time they did
Just
better.
unheld them.
Yeah, I don't. That was sort of inevitable when you have what 3, 4 ults that Disconnected used. Let's see what the comp switches are, if any. Oh, Zarya.
We had a fan today. But triple Zarya
Yeah.
against Reinhardt. Up against Elite Ballet, just to really get the low end of things.
Yeah, Elite Definitely no contest on worst team in the league. Zarya should be interesting though. Definitely
Question,
good counter to
are you letting that
run
new
if you don't want to go
armor
with a
puppy for
ram.
you?
Zarya has such a huge damage output to just shred through a shield. But it's
If
also going to
they
rely...
survive long enough.
Right, it's going to be all up to the supports to keep her alive long enough. So we'll see what happens. It's going to have to be
4,
quite a long hold for Disconnected.
1.
And you've got D10 on Bastion. You know he's going straight up to tickle that booty. Shred both shields. Doesn't care about the charge. It's going straight for the kill. And there's
so far...
first bubble down. There's second bubble down. Creek is half though, and as suspected, D10 is right on that. Don Pablo dealing with supports effortlessly.
And Creek
is
has
alone.
100% charge, but no healing to back it up, so they're gonna fall. That was pretty much how we expected it, I think. Nice try from Disconnected. Creek definitely did do pretty well, but yeah, not much you can
Survived
do.
longer than 5 seconds.
True, yeah, that's definitely an improvement.
They could just win here though.
Yeah, it's gonna be very close.
They don't have the mobility they have, or just having an extra person near the point. But
Yeah,
it looks like Creek will go for a contest at least. A contest at least. There's one sleep. They hit the point. Creek pops first shield.
Wi-Fi down,
There's
Healbot
second
going
shield.
down. Dawn is
Immediately
forging
gone.
his way through into the backline. D10 does end up getting Conjurer. And this fight is
More
turning into
importantly-
blue.
Yeah, I mean, Pablo went straight in just to keep his damage
But
element alive.
Creek
and that's all you
C9s.
need. Classic.
The Creek C9s. And D12 is once again able to just be on payload without anyone able to touch him. And that's going to be 2-0 for blue against Disconnected. Creek walked away without even a pick. Yeah, they just straight up walked away. I don't know what their strategy was. They definitely could have 1v1. Saving KD respect. Yeah. I don't know what
Classic
their
Zarya
KD would
play.
have been. Yeah, as a Zarya main, in addition to Hog. Yeah, you gotta preserve the KD. Creek not getting picked up next season. Yeah.
I mean, the issue is that they're going against blue. Like, that's
Right.
kind of an unfair comparison. But
Yeah.
the C9, still embarrassing. Blue almost did it, we will admit. But they pulled through at least.
Yeah.
Stat padding.
Alrighty. Well, what do you think of that match?
Yeah, that was there's not much to say about it because it was basically just spawn holding from blue. Obviously, as we've seen before, just the Sigma not working again. And then they have to play Mystery Heroes to find something that'll work even remotely well, which didn't even work remotely well.
Admittedly,
So-
Winston did take out Pablo once.
Yes, that is
a
true.
possibility to use in the future, definitely.
They should definitely take note of that. However, this could be the last game.
Yeah, match
And,
point is very possible here.
Yes, it is. Especially with how Blue's been playing so far. And the classic C9, they gotta watch out for that.
Good thing they don't have to worry about it so much in an upcoming map here.
Yeah, true. Hopefully they'll be able to hold well enough to get the robot all the way.
Regardless, we enter the third and potential match point of 3-0 here on Runasapi.
True. We will see how this plays out.
Alrighty, Haw. Thank you for that analysis. And as you guys said, we are moving on to Runasapi as potentially the final match of Blue versus Disconnected.
Going for the Mauga.
Playing
They're not taking any less shortcut than straight to Mauga.
That's yep, they want this win.
5,
They know that Malga's
They need
pretty
this
good.
win.
They do, yeah.
1.
And here we go.
Objective
Blue has really mastered their comp, in my opinion. Yeah, Blue has locked down this comp. The Reinhardt, Bastion, Mei, and the Ana, we've seen the Brig swap a little bit between like Lucio and Kiri
I
occasionally.
mean, yeah, support is a bit more situational. What
Two
the
very
enemies
strong
do.
comps. Yeah, these are very brawly comps here, so we'll see how it works out. I'll be very curious to see if the Mauga is able to get any value. The sleep misses, and here we go. Dawn goes for a pin, doesn't hit anybody, does not cleanse
Goes
out of
straight
the way.
for backline, more notably. Big anti there, supports out. Instantly. Good work, D10. Does what he does best.
Creek is just forced to run away.
Creek is just gonna stare at them. He's
Yeah.
not even bothering.
He's like, nah, I'm just gonna watch and hopefully I don't die here. But he has
Oh.
anti, and that's not good for Mauga, so he dies there. Yeah,
And we
not
see
great.
half ult charges for Reinhardt and Ana here. Switching over to Junkrat.
They're Disconnected's throwing everything at Blue right now, trying to break such a strong comp, and that's already checkpoint, most likely, unless Creek can get a really good charge here, but I don't think so.
Yeah, his team is gonna have to close behind if
And
he
the
hits.
sleep, too, is brutal.
Yeah, not even waiting for the charge. Oh, we do see Healbot go down a repulsor here. Pablo is off the point. He's trying to hold on just to keep that forward spawn for his team. D12, again, doing some stalls, goes down still, but Sojourn is blocked off. Pablo is definitely going to end up a bit staggered there, just
Yeah.
to afford his team the forward spawn.
He wanted everyone else to have the forward spawn, because he can just charge back. No one else has any mobility. So,
And
smart
regardless,
play. That's,
he manages
that's
to hold on long enough
Yeah.
to get forward spawn as well.
huge push there, though, all the way to checkpoint. Junkrat seems to be working out a bit better for Disconnected.
But here we're probably going to see Pablo charge backline, and that
Yeah.
is going to be tough. I'm guessing Conjurer, as it's always Conjurer.
Poor Conjure. Nocturnal notably does go out pretty early.
Oh, there goes Creek's armor. And there goes his health. He's low, his supports are low. And that's a wipe.
And yeah, very nice retake. I mean, I was kind of doubting it. Dawn did rush in quite a bit into the backline there, kind of away from the rest of his
did Dawn
team.
do it?
But he made a lot of space, and it worked out. So excellent plays there. Now we're finally starting to see some ults pop up, mostly for Blue, by the looks of things.
Yeah, we will get overclock in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But against, you know, everything on blue, what
Yeah.
are you gonna do? And there's Shatter
here's the
only on
Artie.
Creek, solely for the troll. Artie, where you expect it, right on Creek's head. Easy picks. Conjurer manages to go down for the Artie solely. There's
Once
a charge
again-
going straight up to Nocturnal. Nocturnal has to back off here.
Yeah. We saw the classic Blue play work out flawlessly once again. That was pretty good. Only had to use about 3 ults there. Able to conserve that valuable Blizzard and Rally. And here's the Blizzard come out to counter the damage window.
And there's damage window. Pablo is just gonna walk right past it.
Cage comes out, able to do a lot of damage, but he's sort of being body blocked in this little corner here away from the rest of his team. D10 goes
Pablo
down,
was
but
going to
Pablo's
shield
cleaning up.
to stop Malka from getting any heals.
Yeah.
Quite smart, quite smart.
Big play there. Nocturnal
Going for the pin on Nocturnal.
Air.
How dare you survive that last encounter?
And this might be the game win for Blue. Disconnected needs to get out here very quickly.
One Riptire could ruin this fine run.
Yeah. It's like Creek backs off a bit, doesn't want to go
And there's
too
the
aggressively.
contest right at the edge.
Nocturnal does get one.
Oh,
Creek pinned off
whoa!
point.
Everyone off of Inbone there.
And there we go. Close retake, but Disconnected manages to clutch it up in the end. Didn't have to use any ultimates, which is super valuable for them, but Blue
Oh,
didn't expend
D10
any
is going
either.
right on the Kong.
Oh, D10
He
is just
pops a grenade on the Kong.
interesting. But yeah, you got Tyre and Kitsune rush up against just a Rally and Shatter. Shatter's gonna have to be coming out early here. Otherwise, you're just gonna be overwhelmed with this sustain.
I mean, they opened that last fight to retake with Shatter. I
Yeah.
can see it happening again.
right around this corner here, I'm guessing. And here's
If
the
you
tire
get Conjurer down,
preemptively. Blows up too early.
yeah, Pablo covers it, but it takes serious damage to his shield. Nocturnal's out now. Not
Kitsune
even
Rush
bothering
comes
to
out. Dawn
shatter
gets
yet.
quite low. Dawn does go down to Creek. As they continue to push towards checkpoint, there goes Wi-Fi. Chaotic killing him
Very
with the
dangerous,
repulsor.
very dangerous. Now's not the time for a rally, but I see it being possible. D10 is alone contesting here.
And a huge fight win for Disconnected there. Finally able
D12
to...
sees what he's up against and backs off.
He's like, not gonna engage that. But a lot of ults for Blue. Plenty of time for Disconnected to push. But it's gonna be a very long fight with the amount of ults that Blue has ready.
And we're gonna see Blue flank from the top here. Very
Yep.
clean move. We're gonna see a charge, a nano even, a shatter!
Oh,
Nope, just go straight for the pin.
the big Nano trying
Freak
to just
is
kill
way out
Freak.
though.
And there we go. Nano from the high ground ends up killing the rest of Disconnected as Blue looks to push the bot. Probably going to get to checkpoint maybe a little bit further before Disconnected's able to touch again. But they got the overclock and damage window now. But still, Dawn has held
Yeah,
on to this shatter.
He's got Artie now. I can
Artie,
feel he's
Blizzard.
waiting for the Artie.
It
And
looks
he
like-
does have Blizzard now, yeah.
Oh, there's the shatter,
there's
and
Artie!
there's the Artie.
Big, 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 big! 1, 2, 3! One pick on Chaotic. Creek is abandoned by his team.
And that
Manages to regroup, but there's no one to contest. They keep pushing. Chaotic has to come from the rear to pull up.
Yeah,
But
they're
this
just
could
stuck
be
in
it
the
now.
back there. They aren't
3,
able to get back
2,
in time. No one
1.
can touch. And there we go. Blue moving on in the lower bracket, once again showing their dominance. That was...
Disconnected, getting DC'd after that.
Yep. Unfortunately, Disconnected is out of the tournament after such a strong comeback. And Blue, if we take a look at the bracket here, Blue is moving on. They are going to be going to match 13. Well, they will face whoever loses in the next upper bracket match, which will be Hobo Sapiens versus Iris. And yeah, I didn't expect... I thought Disconnected would make it a bit closer there at the end, because they had a pretty good retake and were just pushing through checkpoint. But Blue can serve their ult well. Yeah, any thoughts, All?
Yeah, that was pretty good for Blue. They did really good there. The Shardy, of course, coming in clutch again. Disconnected though, they couldn't pull that off. I thought the switch to Junkrat could have helped them, especially as the first fight went well for them. But no, I don't think that helped them at all.
Yeah, such a foolish question to ask Pablo why he's holding his shatter. He
Right?
knows better than you about
He-
this game.
He's got it in his mind. He's thinking of the Shardy. As soon as that gets ready, he's popping that.
It's popping out serious damage, leaving the tank at a major disadvantage if they can't counter. And it possibly could just team wipe. Such a powerful
Exactly.
combo.
And
And
of
they
course,
even
no
could
Suzu
follow
there.
up with Blizzard just in case.
Yeah. I didn't see many of those Suzus that Curie was doing before, which could have been way
I
better
think
for them
that's
if she
why
did that.
Blue was holding on to his shatter. He was waiting
Mhm.
for a time where he could either hit out the tank alone or hit everyone, especially Kiri.
Yeah, so that she couldn't do that, which is big brain move for him, and it worked out perfectly in the end. They all got scattered, they didn't know what to do. Meanwhile, Blue's pushing up the robot, and then they take point. Beautiful ending there for Blue.
Really turned it around.
They
Indeed.
did, yeah.
Well, thank you for that analysis, Haw, and I think that's going to be it for tonight, most likely, as it is much later than I thought it was. But tomorrow, we are going to have another IRL stream where we'll be coming to you live from the Overwatch Bot League studios for the rest of the tournament. All the
Day
finals.
9.
Take a look at the bracket once again. I don't know why I switched off of it. It will be, first we'll have Iris versus Hobo Sapiens, and then the loser of that will play against Blue, and then the winner of that will go into the grand finals. So make sure to follow and keep an eye on that. That will be most likely around 1 p.m. Eastern time. We'll send out a notification on the Discord as well, so make sure you've joined that. And thank you all for watching as well. It's awesome to have viewers and chatters in here. And just make sure we're all caught up. Somehow Blue struggled the most on Kings Road. Yeah, that actually is kind of interesting. That on the map that they're, one of the best at, that was their closest one. Kind of
I
interesting.
think that's a bad analysis. It was an Orisa.
True. I
struggled
mean, yeah,
against
that was the
Orisa.
only time they played Orisa. I'm surprised they didn't try that later. But that was much closer than I thought it would be on Kings Road.
Incredibly close.
Like, yeah, just millimeters away from losing. But yeah, I think that's it from us. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow.